Hey everyone, it's your friend Rhonda Marsh here, and have you ever felt like you were in a situation that was out of control, and it felt like the more control that you tried to have over this situation, the more out of control that you felt? I have felt this so many times in my life over so many situations, relationships, friendships, just my own personal life, business, you name it. Okay. And the one thing that I learned is when I felt so out of control is the more control that I tried to have, the less control that I really had, the more out of control that I felt. So I had to just realize that there's only one person in control, and that is our God. He is the only one in control. He is our creator. He created the universe. I think he pretty much knows what he's doing out there. Have you ever had a friend that was making a mistake, and you've seen that friend make a mistake or making a mistake, and you knew it was going to lead them to a terrible place because maybe you've been there yourself? Guilty. And the more control that you tried to have over that person's life and giving them advice and telling them what to do, and they're not listening to you. People, you can't control other people. You can't control their mindset. You can't control their decisions. You can't control what they do. You can't control who they're with. You have to give those people to the only one in control, and that is God. God has always shown me that in the greatest storms of my life, yes, there's people, there's friends that have given me support, have given me love, but they can't do anything about my situation. They can't change how my heart feels about a situation, but God can. So I started learning to pray for discernment. I started to learn to pray for guidance. I started learning how to pray with an attitude of gratitude during my hardest storms of my life, was keeping a heart of praise. That's why they call it the sacrifice of praise, because it's not easy to praise when you're going through your storms in your life. It's like a sacrifice. So you have to understand that there is only one person in control over everything, and that is God. There is only one fixer that can fix the storms in your life that you're going through, and that is Jesus. So, sometimes God will get us in a place where it's just you and him, and that's it, because he needs to work on you. And there's times that I've tried to be there for friends or been guilty of being a fixer that he's literally told me, get out of my way. You're in the way. Give them to me and go on with your life and stop worrying about all these things that you can't control. We can't control the weather, people. We can't control devastation. We can't control the things that are going on in our world. But what we can control is how we perceive it, how we respond to it, how we feel about it, and how we act about it. And I feel like the more that we complain to God, we prolong what God can do for us. Having an attitude of gratitude in a really hard season is a very hard thing to do, and I think that God honors that. I really think that he does. Again, people, I am not religious, but I do have enough relationship to know that we serve a pretty awesome, mighty God. And the peace that we search for in the midst of our storms can only be found in Jesus. It cannot be found in another person. I mean, you might run to another person when, like, let's say you get out of a relationship, and that person is only going to really be a rebound, or you're just jumping from thing to thing and you're not giving yourself time to heal. You're not having control over your life. You're codependent, or whatever the case may be. But I'm just here to tell you, give control to the only one in control. And that's how you can have the peace that surpasses all understanding. So I love you guys out there. Please, please give your storms over to God, because the hardest and best lessons I ever learned was when I went through the most painfulest storms of my life.